Hey guys, so it is day 2 of house viewing. So the videos you guys saw previously were from this area that we're in, like just like the other streets that are here, because we really like this neighborhood that we're in. We like the park and the walking trail and stuff. So we just said let's see what's available here first. Now we're going to go view houses in Springwater because it's not looking like there are that many options in Barry, and it seems like these Barry prices are also moving mad. So when we just went out just a little to Springwater, which is, I mean, from where we are now to go to view these houses, it's about like 15-20 minutes, so it's not that bad, you know. So it's more like north, just past north of Barry. So we're gonna go view quite a lot of Springwater houses. I think about like maybe 6 or so houses there. So their prices, the rental prices for those houses are looking fantastic, and they all have offices downstairs, which is perfect for BJ. So yeah, we're gonna do Springwater today, and if there's still time after, then we're going to go view the balance houses in Innisfil. I think we have like 3 or so houses to see in Innisfil, which is not far from where we are now. Just go on the map. For those that are not familiar, just look on the map. Barry, Innisfil, Springwater. You'll see everything there, because I cannot just be describing 1 or 2 things here like that. So today, Springwater, and I think just one house in north of Barry. One house in north of Barry and one house not too far from where we are now. Just maybe like 3 minutes from here, but it's in another like housing area, not in this area that we're in. So I think those 2 before we head to Springwater. So yeah, let's dive right into house 1 now, guys. I know you've been waiting for part 2, and we are back, and we have a bunch of really nice houses in this video, guys. And we are kicking things off in Springwater, like I had mentioned earlier, which is, you know, north of Barry, not too far from where we are now. This house, really nice house. We were already thinking about how we could work with the space in front if, you know, that was what BJ would use as an office, because there's no door, privacy or anything. But we were like, we can still probably, you know, work with that anyways. The living space was a bit awkward with where the placement of the fireplace was, and the garden too was, you know, fenced off, but you're still kind of sharing with the next door neighbor, because between this person and the next person, they didn't decide to put a fence just to divide them there as their business. But yeah, we really like that privacy already of the garden. But then this living room space, like if we place our sofa, it would be, you know, quite awkward and not centered where the fireplace was. But we're like, okay, well, anyways, let's just see what the rest of the house has to offer. If you like what upstairs is saying, then you can make downstairs work. But upstairs wasn't really saying much. And don't get me wrong, these houses are all really nice. It's just you're trying to calculate, you know, from where you're coming from and where you want to move to, and it has to be a sensible upgrade. You are not trying to move from one similar thing to the same thing. If not, there's no point in moving. There has to be things that are obviously an upgrade from where we are that makes it worth the move. This one, the master bedroom, was a bit on the small side, you know, compared to where we are now, which wasn't too bad, but it was also a bit tight. Like the bathroom, the closet was really small. When you even open the double door into the bedroom, it's just like, is this thing going to even be hitting the bed? It was, you know, small like that, quite like shallow. The room sizes were also, you know, on the small side, and then this place is only 2 full bathrooms. So we're now like, one of the upgrades that we wanted was to at least try and get like a 3rd bathroom, and this is still giving us the same 4-bed 2.5 bath, which is where we're, you know, already working with right now. And we need another one. Well, let's not say it's it's not the main thing needed, but it is a nice bonus if we can find one with that extra bathroom. But it's not a deal breaker. So when we left that area, we went to this other area of Springwater, which I was now already like, I'm moving to Springwater because this place was fine. Like, these houses like look different than the ones we've been looking in Barry. Like, the exterior, everything was just talking soft life, lush, very sweet looking, and everybody there was just looking sweet too. So I was really liking this house. This was one house I also really wanted to see based off of the pictures. I was like, ooh, let me come and see how this looks in person. And oof, this house was nice. The only spoiler was a dining area situation, which is this place here right now. Which is kind of like you are a pathway through the house when you're walking through, and we have an 8-seater dining. We have quite a big dining, so like that place already is not going to work. And then hey, there was an office. We're like, whoop, this office is already a winner here in this house. But all the Springwater houses seem to have offices, or Springwater and Innisfil houses, except that first one. And this one, really nice space, good sized living room. The kitchen was huge. This space here was where we were now like, is this where we would then now just have to put the dining? Because we have Ellie's play area that we also like putting in the living space with us. And the way we are planning this upgrade is that we would like to possibly put that play area in that space by the kitchen, because most of these houses have that little space there and then they have a dining area somewhere else. So we're like, oh, that would be nice. But when you don't have much of a dining area and that's now where you have to put your dining in the kitchen, then if we were putting her play area like right there at the entrance of the house where that dining was, you can't even like watch and monitor her or like what she's doing. So we didn't like that already about this. Now this house is a 5-bedroom. We like that, you know, the upstairs was like all rugged, which was nice and cozy. You know, some of the houses that we see, the rooms aren't rugged upstairs, which is not a deal breaker, but it's a nice bonus if, you know, the rooms are rugged. This bathroom was also a very spacious bathroom. I mean, there's 5 bedrooms, so there's 3 full baths in this house. That's one of them, and the other bathroom is a Jack and Jill bathroom, which is through this room. So this is one of the Jack and Jill rooms, also a good size room, double door closet over there. And they have the Jack and Jill here, which links to the next room there, which I think is even I think is bigger than this first one that I just came from. Yeah, this one was slightly bigger, and this is the one that we were saying, oh, this could be Ellie's room because it's right next to us and we want her room to be next to us. And I even had a walk-in closet that the other one didn't. And then there was blinds in this house, blinds and curtains, which is super helpful and a bonus, so that you don't have to install blinds or start putting up any rods or anything for curtains. This room was a fantastic size, and it had 2 walk-in closets. It had his and her closets, which was fantastic. I mean, it's not a deal breaker. It's not, we don't need to have 2 closets, but when you find a place that has that, it's like, oh, this is nice. Extra space, everyone have their own closet. The bathroom was also really nice and spacious. I liked everything that I was seeing in, you know, in upstairs of this house, even the downstairs. Everything was nice about this house. It's just the issue that we were seeing that we weren't too sure of was just the dining and play area issue, which once again, if you don't have any options, you would still fall back to the house, you know. It's just that you would just have to make things work. But this was something that we're already like, oh, this house is nice, but let's just put it on the back burner for now, because we're not going to be able to accommodate the dining and playroom together properly like that, the way we would like to, you know, have it. But if things aren't looking good with other places, this is somewhere that we could possibly fall back to, because it's fantastic size rooms and everything. We would definitely make this work, because This place is great. And decent size. The rooms were really, really good sizes, so no issues with any of the rooms. This house number 3 was a house, 4 bed, 3 full baths, 2 and an office. I really liked this house. I just feel like the one thing that messed it up was the living space, which you guys are going to see shortly. Powder room, really good size too. We noticed that in this Springwater and Innisfil houses, they just have like a standalone sink. They don't have it like here in Barry that you have like, some storage, like a drawer, cabinet built in with the sink, which is nice so that you can, be able to store stuff there for that bathroom. So yeah, office right here on the ground floor, very nice space, door obviously. The garage, also double garage. It had the automatic opener, so the garage opener was already installed. So we didn't see this in every house. We saw it in just a couple houses, and obviously it's a bonus because that's something that I feel like is very necessary. And if we got a place that didn't have one, that would be an expense that we would have to do to get that installed, because it's not nice having to always go and manually open your garage when you're leaving, and coming back is a bit, So this kitchen I really like this kitchen because there's a lot of counter space, very nice and spacious. But you see this living room here, why is this wall here? I just felt like this place would have been such a nice huge space if that wall wasn't there. And okay, it's still not like a problem. Let me not sound like all picky. It's just because we have a huge sofa. That's our issue with the spacing, because we know our measurements. So we carried our tape and we go into these spaces and measure. Can this couch fit? Oh, Jesus Christ. Can this couch fit? Can you hear me what I said? Can this couch fit in this space? And if it can't, then what are you? You can't walk like that now, because that's our sofa, and if it can't fit in the space, it can't fit in the space. So it was already like meeting wall to wall in that point. Then we're like, this doesn't work. You have very tiny space to walk through around the sofa, into the living space, which already that didn't work. Even though the rooms upstairs were really good sizes, they all had double door closets. I don't think the other one I'm about to enter has though, but really good sizes. Jack and Jill over there. This room here is an ensuite, and it has its own balcony. Oh, that was really nice. We're like, oh, this is definitely a guest bedroom. I'm just speaking English anyhow today. I don't understand. That bathroom, we weren't too fond of it because of the small sink area and like not enough like space for you to like put toiletries on the sink and stuff. But we said, push come to shove, you can still work with what you have there. I really love the bathroom in this house, like this master bathroom. Like, oof. Bedroom 2 was a fantastic space. Look at me, I'm not even entering there because my sole focus is the bathroom. I love this bathroom, like the shower, and then it has the private toilet, which I always try and find. It's a huge bonus if I can find somewhere that has a bathroom that is closed off like that, because when you have children, you tend to have to bring them in with you to shower because you don't have enough time in the day sometimes to get things done and shower and stuff. So you have to have them in there with you. And Ellie's always going straight for the toilet. So I'm like, I wish I could have that. So I just close the door and just know that she's not going to be going for the toilet. But yeah, that's a bonus that one would wish to find. So now, guys, we are in Innisfil. Innisfil houses, we're talking, guys. Innisfil houses are huge and cheaper, as you can see. Like, come on, 5 bed, 3.5 bath, an office, a huge office, and look at the price. Look at the price. Like, need I say more? Look at the huge dining that we have over here. Nice formal dining. You have 2 coat closets, by the way, in this entrance hallway area. And then you still have another coat closet where the garage door area is. Huge kitchen. Like, this house was, when we entered this house, this was our top runner. This was our favorite. We loved everything about this house. Cute fireplace. Fireplace is not a thing I really I care about like that, but if it's there, it's nice. And here's another bonus again, guys. The garden is fully covered and private. We have the whole garden, our own garden to ourselves. We're not doing communal garden. And then, hey, pantry that I've not seen anywhere in any of the houses that we have been viewing. I'm like, I just thought that it's like Canadians, they don't do pantry, or it's just in Ontario or Barrie houses don't have pantries. Because what we're dealing with now is just like a small cupboard in the side of the kitchen area to store like these pantry items, which once again is not by force. You don't need a pantry, but a pantry is a nice bonus, so you can really arrange things properly in somewhere that is nice and spacious. When upstairs, fell in love even more again. You have his and her walk-in closets here that were even bigger than the last house we were just in, and the bathroom too was huge, very nice and spacious. Lots of counter space and cabinets, storage, everything, and then the private toilet too. Bonus. Laundry room upstairs, not on the ground floor, another bonus. This room here, which we already calculated as usual, Ellie's room to be the one that is closest to us for easy access and stuff, and it's a very good size room. And this was a Jack and Jill as well, so 2 rooms. Room 2, let's say master bedroom is room 1, so room 2 and room 3 here are a Jack and Jill sharing a bathroom, and room 4 and room 5 also a Jack and Jill sharing a bathroom. This what do you call those beds that come from the wall or whatever? Is it pool? Let me not say pool, man. I can't talk what I don't know. But I don't think that was something that was staying with the house. I think maybe they just hadn't fully moved out, because I mean, who would leave that behind? This room was also a fantastic size, like bedroom 4 and 5. The sizes were insane. Let me not say insane for this one we just walked out of, but it was still like a very big bedroom compared to other bedrooms we've been seeing. The Jack and Jill bathroom too was, I preferred it to the other one, nice and spacious, huge window. And then this bedroom 5, bruh, like this room is huge. I was even saying that whichever guest is coming to, will come and pitch with you. This space is more than what anyone needs. But this house was chef's kiss. We were like, we found our house, but let's still continue the search, because you don't know what that landlord is gonna say to your application. So on to the next house now. Once again, Innisfil was talking, people. Innisfil was talking. This house, when I say office den, I'm just saying, I'll let's when you see my description or whatever, I'm saying office is one that has a door and you know, okay, this is closed off as an office. Den is if it's open. That's just what I'm just classing it as. But it could be, so that's why I just put office and den. Look at this space, guys. This is the first place I've seen that has that, high ceiling all the way to the next floor, which I love in houses. But then when you see stuff like that, you just know that you've lost space upstairs. Where a possible room could have been is the beauty of your high ceiling that you want downstairs. This place was also very nice. No pantry in this Innisfil house though, but lots of counter space, lots of storage, nice dining area, cup out of a fridge that's over there as you saw. But is something that it's not a deal breaker if the house is really nice. If that's really nice, you collect the fridge like that and move on. Oh yeah. So we went upstairs, like I said, because of that space there now. That's where a possible room could have been. So this house is a 4-bed. We come to another house that, you know, we're gonna see after this, I believe, that has a similar layout but doesn't have that gap. So it's 5 bedrooms rather than 4 like this one. But hello, who needs 5 bedrooms? The 5 bedrooms already is excessive, you know, just thinking about it, but it is what it is. It is what it is, because Innisfil houses are built different. This Jack and Jill room, fantastic size room, but then this master bedroom we weren't liking the closets. You also have his and hers here, but is way smaller, but you have tons of space in the bedroom anyways if you want to put chest of drawers and stuff for, you know, if you have a lot of clothes, because that closet was definitely small. But I really like the master bathroom, once again, because you have the private toilet there, so I can be, you know, having a shower and have peace of mind once again. And Ellie's playing in the bathroom that she's not gonna go to the toilet bowl. So this room here is the one that is not a Jack and Jill, and it is an ensuite bathroom. So it has an ensuite bathroom, which is a nice bonus. So you know that if your parents are coming, this is a room that they'll stay in and they just have their bathroom to themselves. They don't have to be doing Jack and Jill with anybody, you know. This house, as you can see, is a bit pricier than the other one. This house is also listed higher. It was listed for sale as well, so we really like this house because it's the same layout as the other house, just that it doesn't have the high ceiling, so it has an extra bedroom. But then the laundry is downstairs. Once again, not a deal breaker. So this house is also listed for sale. So, I mean, I can already tell you guys now that it didn't work out with this house, because then the landlord was saying that they're still waiting out for a sale, for a possible buyer. So that's why they're not ready to lease right now. And then they're also like, oh, we're firm on the price, blah, blah, blah. So we're just like, no wahala. But this house, the first time we viewed this house also, we weren't too much of a fan because of the kitchen. But when we started losing out on other options, we came back again and we're like, okay, let's press forward for this house, because it's actually, when you see it in another light again, that's when you be like, okay, it's actually not that bad, we can work with it. But then that was when we now, got the bad news from their agent and their landlord that, they were firm on their price, and they were also waiting out for a buyer to sell the house. So yeah, it didn't work out. And we also really liked the fact that it had, its own private garden too, which you don't see often. And it was painful, guys. And I'll keep telling you more about that as we view the other houses. You come across some of these places. Yeah, I'm posting the prices at the start, and you can see that the prices can be quite high, but then you can go in with your own offer, because these people just put up a price because obviously everybody's trying to get more money, if they're paying off their mortgage, or we don't know if the mortgage is paid off, but people are trying to survive now. So it's not any problem if they're trying to hike up their rental price to try and pay off their mortgage faster or whatever, or if they're not paying that off, like I said, if they're just trying to get more profit or whatever. But yeah, you can always go in with your own offer to these places, and sometimes it could come in your favor, and sometimes it won't, or you can be like, oh, you're trying to meet in the middle, just negotiate. So these prices sometimes are negotiable. So when you just see me with 3.5 or whatever, and just be like, these things are so high, it's negotiable. And because the person that was living there before, if you see the rental history, that is not even what they're paying. Yeah, like let's say the person that was living here before was even paying 3K. For some of the houses we see, some of them they are paying like 293K. But these, these landlords are now trying to now lease it for higher to get more, with the new tenants, which is why these prices you will now see some of them are 3.3 and 3.5. So you can always still try and fight and negotiate to still be lower, even if you come in at 3.1 or something. But it doesn't always work out. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you find someone that agrees, but then there's some other issues, But yeah, you just have to, don't be afraid of the prices. Barry is getting more expensive, but there's still lots of other affordable places. So don't look at prices and shout. So yeah, like I said, this is the house with the 5 bedrooms, as you've seen, and we're in the master bedroom now. This master bedroom had a huge walk-in and one of my favorite bathrooms that we viewed overall in all the houses, because look at all this counter space, guys. You're asking me, what do I need all this space for? I just like to have space than not enough space. It's better to have more than enough space than not enough space, because where we are now, like this, the place is packed with all my toiletries and hair products, like tight, and I just need more space so I can expand. House number 7. Oof. This house, once again, we rented a house that we fell in love with, and at the point that we were coming into this house is when some of the earlier Innisfil houses didn't agree. They didn't take our offer. Not even take our offer. Like they said that they were going with someone else. Someone else has, got in the house. At the time that you want to even start talking to these people, that's when you now see that they're already talking to someone and that person has already taken it. So like it's now off the market. This place had a similar layout as that first Innisfil house that we saw, which is why when we entered it, we were like, it's like this is God talking to us, that there's still options out there for us. This is probably the one. But the first Innisfil house, we also saw one exactly the same as that on the same street, a few houses down, but that one also was gone. Like these places are going fast. After we had viewed it and we started to talk to them, they told us that someone has taken it already. This one has this nice high ceiling that I saw again, and I was like, I feel like this is a better layout than the other one with the high ceiling, because the kitchen is way bigger with much more counter space and storage, and obviously you have your pantry here that other one with the high ceiling didn't have, because this layout is also very similar to the first Innisfil house. I really liked this house a lot. Like we both did, and when we even came in here, we were so positive because of the fact that all these houses you've been seeing, as soon as we see them, we start to talk to them and stuff, but then a lot of them are just falling through. So each one we now enter, we're just like praying, I hope this is it, I hope this is the one, I hope it comes through. So we were also, when we entered this one, we were trying to feel positive. We were happy and liked, everything we were seeing. It was ticking all the boxes. Rooms were all rugged, so everything was seeming perfect with this place. And hey, I have my private toilet here that I'm always searching for. Let me know in the comment section if that's something you guys like. I don't know, I'm really like, I really want to find somewhere with a private toilet. I know for some people that they really don't care about that one. You get house. But me, I just feel like if we're trying to move to somewhere that we want to upgrade, let it at least have some things that we would really like a lot, since we would be in this place for a while before we decide to buy a house. So that's why we wanted to tick a lot of boxes. Let me know in the comment section if what you guys have that are your deal breakers, and what are things that you really like to have in a house. If you like to have your laundry room upstairs, or if you like it on the ground floor, or like some people that have their laundry room in the basement. Let me know what your preferences are for your must-haves and and your deal breakers in when you're looking for a house. Let me know in the comment section, guys. And also what you think about Jack and Jill bathrooms. Because I know there's some people that don't like Jack and Jill bathrooms. I don't know why. I don't have a problem with Jack and Jill bathroom because 2 bedrooms get to experience having an ensuite in their own way. So that is a nice thing to have. But I know, like, my dad specifically was like, if he's coming to visit, he doesn't want to be in a Jack and Jill bathroom. He wants to have an ensuite bathroom. He wants to have his own bathroom to himself. So, but I'm not searching based on that. Whatever we find is what we find. So moving on, house number 8, guys. Oof, dream house. House number 8 was a super winner. Also, once again, Innisfil was talking. Innisfil was talking really nice things. But this house, first of all, this house is a house that I didn't even want to see because the house was listed at 3.5. So I just said, let me know who's going to waste my time, because this person off the bat is not going to come down on this price, because this place has been renovated, like seriously renovated. Like, look at the quality of this kitchen. We haven't seen any kitchen that has been at that level before, with like upgrades and stuff. So we were like, oof, I was already worried. I was like, I love this space. I love the living room. I love the dining space. I love everything. Although the backyard, the garden is a bit on the small side, but once again, how many times are we outside? So I'm not really too bothered about garden space. The only thing I want for a garden most times is just for it to be private, because of Ellie and having your own child, that they don't run off and running away somewhere else. So yeah, this one, as you can see, the kitchen was already a winner. And then I know I didn't show you guys the garage, but yeah, the garage was motorized. This house, guys, this basement was the only basement that was finished, completed, and it even had a bathroom down there that was already finished too. So we were already dreaming about how all this space would be used. Oh, gym here, oh, this there, once again, getting ahead of ourselves. But mans can dream if they want to dream. So yeah, this space was amazing. This one already, so just looking at the completed basement, was what already told me that there is no way we're gonna be able to get this thing to reduce this price. It is what it is. But BJ was very hopeful that you never know, anything can happen. But I wasn't. I was already worried. Anyhow, we are upstairs now, so you guys just take it all in. This place is a 4-bed, 2 bedrooms here, Jack and Jill, and another bedroom down the hall is an ensuite, the one on the left, and then the master bedroom is straight ahead. The rooms are all fantastic sizes. Once again, if we could get this place, it would be amazing if they could, come down to the price that we are willing to go as high up to. That would be fantastic. But if not, hey, there's many other houses that we're looking at, and something will come through for us. So yeah, the video is coming to an end, guys. So I'd like you guys to let me know in the comment section, how your experience has been, house and apartment hunting in Canada or in Ontario, wherever you are, really, how your experience has been. I know, like they say, in the summertime it gets like really brutal, like because there's a lot of competition. Everyone is trying to move in the summer. That's when most people's leases are up. So you end up, having to view so many places, so many applications falling through. Sometimes you don't even get to the point of even putting in an offer because the landlord will already cancel you out, and either they're like going with someone else or trying to sell, or they just they're firm on their price. So it has been really tough. I'm not gonna lie, it's been harder this second time around than it was the first time. The first time we didn't even view that many houses, and talking to them, it was already, things were moving quick and they were already like, yeah. But this second time around has not been easy. So like, you guys let me know in the comment section how your own experience has been going. And look at the view of this bathroom, guys. Like, I just love this bathroom. Look at that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and watch out for part 3.